super pumped to share this with you guys. Kharnage on Roz's account. Let's go. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? If you haven't checked out my video earlier about the little flag icons, make sure you go check that out. Full breakdown and recommendations, etc. But as for now, we're on Roz's account. Thanks so much, Roz, for putting in the hard work while I was messing around on the free-to-play, not doing my Curse City stuff. He was hard at work clearing all of the rotations of Curse City, and the main reason for that was to be able to unlock this guy. This is a free mythical that you can get, albeit with some extreme effort or consistent effort over time. Eventually, all of us will get Kharnage. I'm hopeful that I can have him in a couple months, but we'll see. Probably by the end of the year, I'll have him. It depends on how much effort I'm excited to put into Curse City while making content for you guys. This guy is freaking sweet. My main question was, I know other content creators have done videos on him. Do I have something to add? Yes, I do. Therefore, I need to make a video, and Roz was gracious enough to let me use his account. Now, one of the things I want to talk about today is Kharnage himself. The other thing I want to talk about is how you're going to get him. And the third thing I want to talk about is basically his build and showing it off, because I think that this is the most important thing for him and other champions similar to him. Now, the best part about him is, in my opinion, this passive. He's going to spread the crazy debuffs that he places. Also, I mean, if other people are placing debuffs, then he's going to spread them as well. So, on his A1, he's going to get a chance to counterattack and do some other things. Then we get into this crazy seal debuff. Okay, and then we also have block passive skills, block active skills, but also you can spread the other debuffs that they have. Okay, in the second form is more of the damage dealer form, but a lot of times you don't need that. Like, we're gonna go do a bunch of fights on auto today, and you're gonna see that he just clears these teams with ease. Okay, I don't necessarily know if I have any hard teams to showcase, but he is going to clear them so easily. Okay, and I think I have a couple ideas of where I can show him off doing some more difficult content, because he's just gonna lock everybody down. Also, he's got the freaking coolest demon sword. That is so cool. I'm a big fan of swords, and like the Lion-O sword from Thundercats, etc. This looks like an evil version of that. I love it so much. Okay, now, can Kharnage help you on your account? Yes, absolutely, no matter where your account is, because he has the best speed aura in the game. Now, that's going to allow you to do some crazy things, especially if you have particular champions. But even if you don't, you can pair him with so many potential champions. I'm going to show you some teams so that if you're watching this for fun right now, when you get him, you can bookmark this video, come back and watch it, and remember some of the teams that I'm showing you as options. In this form, I think this is mostly the attack form, you know, the damaging form, but also I don't really think you need it. The main reason why is the passive in the second form. I think this ignoring 10% of the target's defense for each debuff they're under, this passive plus the crit damage boost for his accuracy, I think it's insane, and I think it's worth trying him out in Hydra. I don't think we're going to be able to do that right now on Roz's account, but I'm going to see if we can. Either way, just keep that in mind. I think this is worth testing, because basically you have 100% ignore defense, and that's really powerful for somebody with good multipliers. All right, let's jump into the build and let me tell you why this build is so good. All right, over here, Roz has unleashed the full power of his whole account and put it into this build so that we can get Savage and Stone Skin. Wait, was it on the script? Okay. We can get Savage and Stone Skin. And this is going to start being a more common build that you're going to see is Savage plus Stone Skin. I did a video on this a while back when I unlocked it for the first time on my account. Now I can do it with a couple of other champions. The longer we get these rewards from Hydra Clash, these accessories, the more people are going to be able to make these builds. And I think that this is such a powerful build. You can be implementing this on a lot of other champions, not just him. So if you're watching this and you're like, well, crap, I don't have him, then you can still put this on some other powerful champions. A great example is going to be Hefrak. On Hefrak, this is not an important champion on Roz's account. He doesn't even have full gear. But you can see he did have Stone Skin at one point when Roz was using him. And that is the same type of thing that we're doing over here with Kharnage. So, we have some unattainable stats for a lot of people. Let me just be honest, okay? 6,300 attack and 269 crit damage, 400 accuracy is pretty crazy, okay? And I think that once he gets a blessing, everybody can get the blessing for him, by the way. Once he gets the blessing, then it's gonna get out of hand. Like, you're gonna get a lot more crit damage and attack. You're gonna start getting even more nutty numbers, right? Once you book him, you're going to start getting more damage out of it. I don't think... Oh, he has the second form booked, okay, but not the first form, okay, which... oh, he almost has the first form booked also. He's just missing one book there and 2 books there. So, he does almost have him booked. Here's the masteries. Let me slide myself over into the middle. He does have Helm Smasher here, and that's going to help in Arena, which is going to be his main use case. He's an Arena monster, okay? He is a monster in Arena. It is basically like combining Armands with Hefrak. That's how it seems to me. Like a nuker combined with a crazy control champion. Interesting. Primal shards. I don't know why are we selling primal shards today, but okay. Let's go take a look at him in Arena. Before we do that, I just want to talk for a couple quick seconds about how you get him, etc. When you're looking to do Cursed City, the main thing is clearing as many of these quests as possible. Those quests are what's going to give you this champion, basically, okay? And Roz is beast mode, so he has cleared it all, right? He's cleared 100% of Soul Cross on every rotation, and that's how he's able to get this. Now, you don't have to do that. You can clear, like, the first rotation like 100 times. Like, the first area, I mean. You can clear the first 3 areas like 50 times. Or you can clear the entirety of it like 5 times, okay? And that's how you're going to be able to get this, okay? And so, after that, you're going to start unlocking his blessings, right? So, here's the final reward that you get for 500 points, candles, however you want to say it. You need 500 of them, okay? Maybe I'll check and see how many I have just for fun. And then you're going to get these one-time rewards from the chests, and you need 100 to get 1 chest. So it's going to take a little while to be able to get all of these things. It is unclear whether you have to get these in order or whether you can just get lucky and get the 6 stars. I'm sure that we will have more information on that as it becomes available. As soon as somebody gets a 4, 5, or 6 instead of the 3, then we will know for sure, okay? It just doesn't clarify. If you know the answer to that, put it in the comments below. I'll pin it so other people can see it as well. Okay, that's not that bad. I'm like halfway there, so I'll be getting him in a 3 months maybe. But no, if I start putting some more effort in here, I can speed it up a little bit. I don't think that it's very easy to clear all of this, but I have cleared up in this area on my account on this rotation, and I think that I can make some more progress. The problem is I forget about Curse City. It's not in my daily routine, so try to make sure that you're at least using your keys on Curse City, even if that's on normal. There's good rewards on normal, and you should definitely be using your keys wherever possible, okay? So, without further ado, let's see this guy in action already. Okay, now wait, we need to talk about the team before we jump in and actually see the team. One of the really most important things is that speed aura, okay? So he's going to be your aura lead, and then obviously he's going to pair really well with Sifi, because Sifi is like so good, but she needs an aura to go with her, okay? But it doesn't have to be Sifi, it could be a lot of other people. It doesn't have to be Yumiko, she could be a lot of other people. Our base is very hard to replace, okay? The most important thing about our base is that she brings increased attack and increased accuracy. And there are not a lot of people who bring that to the fight. Okay? We have a couple of options, but Yoshi is going to be an important one. I think a lot of OG players have Yoshi, but maybe a lot of the newer players don't. But he's a good one. Increase attack, increase accuracy. We used to use him for his speed aura, which now I don't know how good that is. And then let's look at these other options as well. And then the only other real option is this guy, Ugir. Who would have ever thought I was mentioning him in a video? But he also does increase accuracy, increase attack in the same move. I don't know. I think he's useful. Like, he has that passive to block the revives. So, Kharnage does that already. So, do you need that? It could still be helpful. But yeah, probably our base is going to be the best option. The other ones, like Daithi places it on himself. The two ally attackers, they do separate abilities that aren't really going to work out well. So you're going to want somebody that does the increase accuracy, increase attack, so that you can use Kharnage's full kit. Now, with that being said, if you don't have the ability to put Kharnage in the Stone Skin and Savage set, I think another good option would be Necrit. Now, I don't know if Roz has him on his account. He does. So that could be a suitable replacement to protect Kharnage. You might be able to get even better stats, but, that's up to him how he wants to run him. This team is pretty ridiculous, I will tell you. So, let's jump in. That's some other options for the team compositions. You can really have any turn meter booster you want in this spot. I think you could run Kharnage extremely slow if you wanted to, and run Shu Zen in this spot. There's a lot of different things that you could do, but getting increase attack and increase accuracy is going to be really strong on him. So those are your options. I think there's a lot of team compositions that are going to come to light. Those are a couple really good ones to get you started. If you get him on your account, I'd love to hear about those teams in the comments below. Let's savagely wreck this team here. I'm going to try to find some difficult teams, but I don't think it is there. Now, for a lot of fights, you can just not even switch forms. You can just crowd control them, spread the debuffs, and then you'll kill them in a pretty short amount of time. You can see we're spreading debuffs over here. They have basically been able to do nothing. Not saying this is the best team ever, but it's a very defensive, tanky team that we beat very easily, okay? We can beat speed teams, that's no problem. We just come in here. We're going to be faster than them because we have the better speed aura. You know, Arbiter, not going to cut it anymore, right? And then you can also flip forms. But I'm saying basically you don't need to a lot of the time. If you got pretty decent stats on him, like I would say probably minimum stats, you want to get 5k attack, 250 crit damage, which if you can get him, you should definitely be able to get that. And then you just lock them down, right? Now, Trunda did get an attack here, which is kind of surprising. But even if he dies, we'll revive him. You know what I mean? So, I just think this is amazing. All right. Now, let's come in here and manual a minute because I want to show you what's going on. So, if we come in here, we let Seifi boost. Okay, we reset their abilities. And then let's come in and switch forms. Okay, let's see if we can just switch forms. And I think that we want to do this one. If you really want to block the revive, like this would probably be more of a live arena tip. You let his first form go until you have the debuffs, and then you use this ability, and it will block revive on the Monkey King. Okay, now you can also use this ability if you got those shields. You got these other buffs. You can use this ability to clear it up, but I think we're just going to smack them and then they're gonna die, okay? We broke the stone skin. Then we'll use our other ability. So a lot of times you're not even gonna need that, okay? You're not even gonna need that. All right. Okay, this seems like a pretty hard fight. Let's see what happens. I want to just run it on auto and let the debuffs fly, lock them down, do all the things. This guy, this mythic over here is terrifying. Beware of him. Prioritize banning him in live arena. He is an absolute menace. Okay, if you haven't run into him yet, you should know what you're getting yourself into. And, we're spreading the debuffs even with Ultimate Death Knight out here. We're locking everybody down, so that's pretty important knowledge as well. Anytime we're going to be getting the debuffs, we can switch forms to block revive, okay? Our base showing her power here with that annoying taunt, keeping Kharnage alive. That is kind of like having Necrit and Yoshi in one champion. So, I mean, I have done nothing. We just let it run on auto, right? And then what I'll do is switch forms here and we'll block revive. Now that we have the debuffs, this is the block revive one. Yes. Bye-bye. There you go. Okay. I think one of the cool things about him is that there's such flexibility. In a team like this, there's a lot of user control. What do we call that? Player agency or something is like the official term. You have such control over the fight in so many different ways, and that's what makes him so good. Okay, I wanted to come in here and just mention how good he is against waves. I don't know that we really are going to ever use him in a Doom Tower scenario because he's not going to be fast. And by the time you get him, surely you have a better AoE wave clearer. But if we ever get really strong wave content, like Hydra level wave content, where we need to lock them down, Kharnage is going to be crazy good for that purpose. You're always going to be able to come in with more damage every time, okay? And that's going to be the best build. But, if we just take a look at the beginning of this fight here, this is floor 49 or something. What you're going to notice is that It doesn't matter what they do, okay? We're still going to be able to do everything that we need to do, right? Our base is ridiculous, obviously. Even if you don't have her, there's plenty of other champions that do that. But look how they are locked down. They are just destroyed. There's literally nothing they can do. Most of them are not even going to take turns. And so this is the type of thing you can do with Armands, but I even think Kharnage is better at this role. Now, Armands is more early, mid-game friendly than Kharnage, obviously, because you're not going to be able to get him as quickly. But I think for some of the new players coming up in the game, you are going to get Kharnage sooner than where we did. You know, like I've been playing this game for 4 years. You know, you could probably get Kharnage after 1.5 years maybe or something. It just depends on a lot of factors. But the point being is that he is so potent for controlling everything. He just locks everything down. And I just wanted to point that out here. It's very clear we're going to get this victory. You do not need to watch this. This is not going to be fast, but I'll fast forward just, you know, to end the video on that screen. All right, so as you can see, we were able to clear it. It's not fast, but that's not the point. The point is he did basically all the damage and controlled them all at the same time. Which, to my knowledge, he's the only one in the game who can do that. Control them and kill them. Like, so does that mean that he's going to be good for soloing stuff? I don't think so. But that could be something we could explore. So if you're like maximizing running food in different places, he could be the type of champion who helps you solo, duo, that type of thing in dungeons, in content. All right, I just wanted to put that in here to showcase that part of it as well. Okay, so that'll do it for me here today. Thank you so much for watching. I am super excited to eventually get him. I did not think that I was going to have that opinion. I thought that he was overrated. I really did. I thought that, you know, we're not going to care that much about him, but I've been super impressed. I want to try him in my account, so I can't wait to get him on my account finally. I know that you will be excited to get him on your account. He's worth putting some effort in on Curse City. So do the best you can do. Don't worry about how long it takes, because eventually you'll get him. And eventually I'll fix this camera. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.